Here we are, November in Colorado. The leaves are gone, the air is cold enough to convince you it's winter is already here. And the real estate market, well, it's heating up in some ways, cooling in others, and confusing almost everyone who isn't watching closely. So, let's fix that. Let's talk about exactly what's happening right now in the Denver Metro and Northern Front Range, what the numbers actually mean, and most importantly, what it means for you, whether you're buying, selling, or just keeping an eye on the market before making a move. Hey there, I'm Mark Powell with Osborne Home Group and eXp Realty, bringing you the November Colorado real estate market update. And before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you want honest, hype-free market updates every single month, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want me to cover a specific city or topic, drop it in the comments.
All right, let's get into it. November has always been an interesting month in Colorado real estate. It's that in-between moment, not quite the holiday slowdown yet, but definitely past the summer surge. And this year, the market across Denver and the Northern Front Range is sending some very loud signals. If you're paying attention, those signals are actually good news, depending on which side of the table you're sitting on. Let's talk inventory. Across Denver, Broomfield, Longmont, Fort Collins, Loveland, Windsor, and the surrounding areas, we've seen inventory holding higher than it did in early fall. That means buyers actually have options, which, let's be honest, is something Colorado hasn't offered consistently in years. Is it a buyer's market? No, not yet, but it's one of the most balanced moments we've seen in a long time. But here's the twist. Even with more inventory, good homes are still selling fast. Anything that's clean, updated, priced right, and in a desirable neighborhood, still flying off the shelf, still getting multiple offers, still getting above asking. It's wild. The market feels slower, but the good homes are selling faster than ever. It's basically the Colorado selective aggression market. Slow for what you don't want, fast for what everyone else wants. Interest rates? You already know. We're still hovering higher than most buyers would prefer. But here's the key. Demand didn't disappear. It just delayed. The moment rates dipped even slightly, we saw more showings across Denver, Arvada, Broomfield, Windsor, Erie, Frederick, everywhere. Buyers are waiting for the moment they can justify jumping in, and you can feel that demand building under the surface. And sellers, this part is for you. If you price your home based on neighbor bragging rights, 2021 nostalgia, or the Zestimate fantasy, your home will sit. And sit, and sit. Buyers today are not emotional buyers. They're analytical buyers. They are payment sensitive, rate aware, and absolutely willing to walk away if the price doesn't justify the condition. But, and this is a big but, price it right, make it show ready, and November will surprise you. A lot of sellers underestimate November. They think it's slow, but serious buyers are still out there and they're motivated. They want to close before the holidays. They want stability. They want to lock in before January competition spikes. November is sneaky good for sellers who know what they're doing. Now let's zoom into specific Northern Front Range behavior because this region does not behave the same way as Denver. Loveland and Fort Collins, extremely steady. More inventory, yes, but also more qualified, serious buyers. The looky-loos are gone. The buyers left in November are the ones who've been watching for months and are ready to strike on the right home. Windsor and Timnath, new construction is the big story. Builders are still offering incentives, rate buydowns, closing costs, upgrades, because they want end-of-year momentum. If you're a buyer and you haven't compared resale versus new construction, you're leaving money on the table. Erie, highly desirable, still highly competitive. If it's under $800K, upgraded, and in a good neighborhood like Vista Ridge or Collier's Hill, it's not lasting. Broomfield, strongest school-driven demand in the entire northern section. Families are always watching this area, and the moment something good pops up, especially in Anthem, Broadlands, or McKay Landing, buyers move fast. Thornton, Frederick, Firestone, Brighton, great affordability zones. These markets bring in the Denver buyers who want more house for the money and the Northern Front Range buyers who want shorter commutes to Denver. Let's talk numbers for a second. Not boring numbers, but meaningful numbers. Days on market are up compared to summer, but down compared to last November. That's a very important detail. It means the market is slowing for the season, but not falling apart. Stability is the theme of this year. List price to sales price ratios. In the Denver area, many homes are selling right around 98% to 101% of list. In the Northern Front Range, we're seeing similar behavior, sometimes even stronger in places like Erie or Fort Collins, where demand remains high. Showings per listing, up for anything priced right, down for anything overpriced or poorly presented. Basically, the market is rewarding effort and punishing laziness right now. If you're watching this and thinking, Mark, what does this mean for me? Drop a comment below and tell me whether you're thinking of buying or selling. I'll tailor next month's update to help you make the smartest move possible. Mid-video moment here. If this breakdown is helping you understand what's actually happening in our Denver and Northern Front Range market, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. YouTube pushes this kind of content more when you engage with it, and that helps me continue giving you these real, no-fluff Colorado market updates. Now let's keep going. Let's talk pricing strategy because this is the difference between selling and sitting in November. Buyers right now want value, not cheap, value. They want to feel smart about the purchase. They want the home to justify the payment, and they want the seller to meet them halfway. This is not the year to test the market with a high price. This is the year to beat your competition by being accurate, realistic, and strategic. Sellers who price right are selling fast. Sellers who price high are watching their competition sell while their listing grows stale. Buyers, here's your advantage right now. You have leverage in negotiation that didn't exist 12 months ago. Sellers are more willing to offer concessions, repairs, closing costs, and rate credits. You can buy a home today and refinance later, but you can't go back and negotiate after multiple offers roll in next spring. A lot of people ask me, Mark, should I buy now or wait? Here's the truth. Waiting for lower rates without acknowledging rising competition is like waiting for flights to get cheaper the week before Christmas. Technically possible, but extremely unlikely. Now let's talk one of the biggest November themes. The move-up buyer is coming back. People who bought in 2017, 2020 have more equity than they expected. They're starting to realize that upgrading while competition is lower is actually smart, even if rates aren't perfect yet. The fears are fading. The opportunities are growing. One thing I want to highlight, and I cannot stress this enough, the Northern Front Range is still one of the most resilient markets in the country. Broomfield, Windsor, Erie, Loveland, Fort Collins. These aren't boom and bust markets. They're stable, desirable, and long-term financially sound. Let me insert a quick comment CTA here. Tell me in the comments which city in the Northern Front Range you want me to break down next. Loveland, Windsor, Erie, Longmont, your vote literally decides the next video. Back to the update, let's talk seller psychology. Sellers right now fall into two categories, those who want to sell and those who need to sell. Want to sellers can wait for perfect pricing. Need to sellers are making deals, offering incentives, and closing quickly. Buyers can spot the difference within 30 seconds of walking into a home. As we head into late November, the smart sellers are listing now, not waiting for January. January has competition, November has motivation. If I had to pick one month where the serious buyers show up, it's this one. Now let's go deeper into the numbers and trends you need to know for Denver Metro. Median home prices in Denver are holding steady, not skyrocketing, not plummeting. Stability is the word. Condos downtown are taking longer to sell, while single-family homes in suburbs like Arvada, Westminster, and Littleton are seeing more activity. In the Northern Front Range, the affordability to lifestyle ratio is still the strongest value in the entire Colorado market. That's why more Denver buyers are pushing north every year. Let me pivot for a second. If you're watching this and thinking, I have no idea whether I should move, wait, buy, sell, build, or refinance, guess what? You're not alone. The November market creates more confusion than any other month. If you want help, reach out. I guide people through this every single day. Now, as we round out this November update, here's the truth. The Colorado market in Denver and the Northern Front Range isn't crashing. It's not exploding. It's stabilizing. It's balancing. And for people who understand timing, negotiation, and seasonality, it's full of opportunity. Thank you for watching this November Colorado real estate market update. I genuinely appreciate you. If this helped you understand the market more clearly, do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with the city you want me to cover next month. I'm Mark Powell with Osborne Home Group and eXp Realty, helping you explore Northern Colorado one neighborhood at a time. I'll see you in the next one.